The great Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." Drawing inspiration from the great Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius, we're reminded of how our thoughts shape our reality and well-being. Much like the influence of the company we keep can profoundly impact our journey, certain habits can silently steer us away from the Stoic path. Today we will delve into the 7 anti-Stoic habits that might lurk in our daily lives and explore ways to reclaim our Stoic direction and inner peace. Before we begin, I would appreciate if you liked the video so that you can help me to continue spreading the Stoic philosophy. If you are not subscribed, I recommend you to subscribe and activate the bell so you don't miss any video. Habit number 1. Complaining about things outside your control. Imagine being at a picnic where everyone is enjoying themselves, the sun is shining, the food is great, and then suddenly clouds gather and it begins to rain. While most would pack up and move inside, finding joy in the change and savoring the smell of rain, there will be a few who'd let this unexpected turn ruin their day, complaining about the weather, the bad luck, or their ruined outfits. This is a classic example of being affected by things beyond our control. Life, much like the weather, is unpredictable, and while we can't control the events that occur, we certainly can control our reactions to them. Stoicism is rooted in understanding and internalizing the difference between things we can change and those we can't. The act of complaining, especially about things beyond our grasp, is a futile exercise that saps our energy and time. It chains us to a perpetual state of discontent. In a real-world setting, consider the workplace. We all have encountered colleagues who spend considerable time lamenting over decisions made by higher-ups or changes in company policies, rather than adapting and finding ways to work with the new parameters. Not only does this constant complaining affect their productivity and peace of mind, but it also creates a negative environment for those around them. To combat this anti-Stoic behavior, one could heed the wisdom of Epictetus. We should always be asking ourselves, is this something that is or is not in my control? When faced with such situations, instead of voicing discontent, a more Stoic approach would be to ask, how can I adapt to this? Or, what can I learn from this situation? By doing so, we reclaim our power and maintain our inner peace, ensuring that we remain unswayed by external events, no matter how unpredictable they might be. Habit number 2. Seeking external validation. Picture yourself working on a project for weeks, pouring your heart and soul into it. Once complete, instead of feeling proud of your accomplishment, you find yourself constantly checking for likes, comments, or any form of acknowledgement on social media. Or perhaps you've bought a new outfit, and instead of wearing it because it makes you feel confident, you're seeking compliments to validate your choice. In our digital age, this need for external validation is amplified. Social media platforms thrive on our human desire for affirmation, making it easy to fall into the trap of quantifying our self-worth with metrics like followers, likes, or shares. This, however, is a shaky foundation to build one's self-esteem upon, as these numbers are fleeting and often influenced by factors out of our control. Practically speaking, relying on external validation is like being on a seesaw. One day you're up because of the praise and attention, and the next, you're plummeting down due to a lack of it or, worse, criticism. This volatile emotional roller coaster prevents us from having a consistent sense of self-worth and peace. The Stoic approach would be to find validation from within. Stoicism teaches us that self-worth should be anchored in our virtues, actions, and personal growth, rather than the fickle opinions of others. As Epictetus wisely stated, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This means that the true measure of our worth isn't the praise or criticism we receive from others, but how we evaluate and feel about our own actions and decisions. To embody this Stoic principle, the next time you find yourself seeking validation from external sources, pause and reflect. Why do I need this validation? Am I proud of my actions or decisions? If the answer is yes, then that alone should be enough. Remember, while feedback can be useful for growth, your self-worth should come from within, rooted in your actions, intentions, and integrity, rather than the ever-changing opinions of the world around you. Habit number 3. being a slave to your emotions. Picture yourself at a family gathering where a relative, perhaps unintentionally, makes a remark about a choice you've recently made, whether it's a new job, relationship, or even a lifestyle change. That comment stings and a whirlwind of emotions rises within you. Anger, defensiveness, or sadness. Before you realize it, you might snap back with a hurtful comment, creating tension for everyone present. Was that outburst really the best response? This is a prime example of being overtaken by emotions. Emotions, in their essence, are neither good nor bad. They are innate human responses that provide valuable insights into our state of mind and how we perceive our surroundings. However, becoming a slave to these emotions, allowing them to dictate our actions unchecked, can lead to regrettable decisions and strained relationships. The Stoic philosophy emphasizes the importance of recognizing our emotions without being consumed by them. Marcus Aurelius eloquently puts it as, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This Stoic teaching reminds us that while we may not have control over the initial emotional reaction to a situation, we certainly have control over our subsequent actions. So, the next time you're confronted with a surge of emotion, whether it's due to a friend's comment, a situation at work, or any other trigger, take a moment. Breathe. Ask yourself, is my immediate reaction to this emotion the best course of action? Will it lead to harmony or further discord? By practicing this pause and introspection, you cultivate emotional resilience, ensuring that your reactions align with your values and not just fleeting feelings. Adopting this Stoic approach enables you to navigate through life's varied challenges with a sense of equilibrium, ensuring you act not out of impulsive emotion, but from a place of reasoned thought and wisdom. Habit number 4, pursuit of excess pleasure. Imagine walking into a grand feast. The table is laden with an array of sumptuous dishes, decadent desserts, and an endless flow of drinks. While it's tempting to indulge without restraint, by the evening's end, the initial euphoria might be replaced with feelings of discomfort or regret. Such is the trap of excessive pleasure. Life offers a multitude of pleasures, from delicious foods to luxurious experiences. While enjoying them is part of the human experience, becoming entrapped in the cycle of constantly seeking more can lead to a sense of emptiness. The transient joy these pleasures provide can often mask a void, diverting us from seeking deeper, more meaningful sources of contentment. Seneca's profound observation, "Slavery resides under marble and gold," serves as a reminder that being excessively attached to materialistic pleasures can bind us, ironically restricting our freedom. It's as if we become chained to a treadmill, forever chasing the next source of fleeting happiness. Take the modern allure of technology, for instance. The thrill of purchasing the latest smartphone is undeniable, but how often does that thrill wane, only to be reignited by the announcement of a newer model? Similarly, consider the culture of binge-watching shows. It's enjoyable in the moment, but does it truly offer long-lasting satisfaction? To navigate this, it's beneficial to cultivate an attitude of moderation. Before diving headlong into the next indulgence, pause and reflect. Is this pursuit adding value to my life, or am I merely seeking a temporary high? Such introspection helps in distinguishing between what genuinely enriches our lives and what merely offers a momentary escape. By ensuring our desires align with long-term well-being rather than transient highs, we position ourselves to experience a deeper, more sustained sense of joy and fulfillment. Habit number 5, living in the past. Imagine sitting on your porch on a beautiful evening, but instead of enjoying the sunset, your mind is miles away, tangled in a web of past events. Maybe it's a mistake you made, an opportunity you missed, or a memory of someone you once knew. While everyone occasionally reminisces, getting anchored in the past can prevent you from fully living in the present. Dwelling on past events, especially those filled with regret or sorrow, can be like walking through life with a heavy backpack. It burdens you, slows you down, and prevents you from seeing the opportunities and beauty right in front of you. Every time you replay a past event, you give it power, allowing it to occupy valuable mental real estate that could be better used for the present. Epictetus, one of the renowned Stoic philosophers, said, "Men are disturbed not by things but by the views which they take of them." This means our suffering often isn't because of past events themselves, but because of our continued focus and interpretation of them. Consider the story of two old friends reuniting after many years. One laments over the past, over chances not taken, and relationships lost. The other, however, speaks of lessons learned, gratitude for present moments, and excitement for the future. Both have experienced the passage of time, but their perspectives differ vastly. To break free from the chains of the past, it's crucial to cultivate mindfulness. When you find yourself drifting into bygone times, gently pull your attention back to the present. Engage in activities that ground you in the now, like meditation, journaling, or simply taking a walk and observing your surroundings. By focusing on the present and treating each day as a new chapter, you free yourself from the shackles of the past, allowing you to write a brighter, more fulfilling story for yourself. Habit number 6. Obsessing over the future. Picture yourself on a serene beach vacation. The waves are gently lapping at the shore, a pleasant breeze is blowing, but instead of being in the moment, you're lost in thought, worrying about an upcoming work project, a financial decision, or any number of future uncertainties. While it's natural to think about and plan for the future, being consumed by it can rob you of the joy and experiences of the present. Consistently projecting into the future can be likened to standing at the base of a vast mountain, constantly looking at the peak without appreciating the journey. It's easy to get caught up in what-ifs and hypothetical scenarios. This perpetual state of future focus can lead to anxiety, restlessness, and even a feeling of being unanchored. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, wrote, "Never let the future disturb you. You will meet it, if you have to, with the same weapons of reason which today arm you against the present." This insight suggests that no amount of worry can change the future, but our reactions and preparations in the present moment can. Consider two students before a major exam. One is constantly anxious, imagining all potential negative outcomes, while the other focuses on the present, studying and preparing to the best of their ability. Both are aware of the upcoming challenge, but their approach and mental state differ significantly. To avoid getting trapped in endless future-focused loops, it's essential to ground yourself in the present. Whenever you catch yourself drifting into the realm of future anxieties, practice mindfulness exercises, such as deep breathing or sensory focus, to bring yourself back to the here and now. Remember, while it's prudent to prepare for the future, it's equally vital to live and cherish the present, for it's the only moment truly within our grasp. By maintaining a balanced perspective, acknowledging the future but embracing the present, you set the stage for a more harmonious and fulfilling life journey. Habit number 7. Seeking perfection in everything. You're hosting a dinner party at your home. The guests are enjoying themselves, the ambiance is lively, and the food is delightful. But instead of reveling in the moment, you're fixated on the slight oversalting of one dish or the minor imperfection in the table setting. This incessant pursuit of perfection in every little detail can become an overwhelming shadow, casting a pall over even the most joyous occasions. In today's age, with the surge of social media and the constant barrage of picture-perfect lives, there's an amplified pressure to attain perfection in all facets of life. Whether it's the flawless appearance, the ideal relationship, the dream job, or the impeccable home, the quest for perfection can become a relentless treadmill, always running but never reaching the desired destination. Seneca once remarked, "To wish for perfection is a sure way to become unhappy." This Stoic insight underscores the realization that perfection is an elusive and often unattainable goal. Striving for it can lead to a sense of perpetual inadequacy, frustration, and even burnout. Think of a renowned artist working on a masterpiece. If they were paralyzed by the pursuit of absolute perfection, they might never complete a single artwork. Instead, they recognize that beauty often lies in imperfections, and it's the overall creation that matters, not the minute irregularities. To navigate away from this perfectionist trap, it's important to embrace the concept of good enough. This doesn't mean settling for mediocrity, but recognizing that striving for excellence and seeking absolute perfection are two different things. Celebrate your achievements, no matter how small, and learn to accept the imperfections that come with being human. When you find yourself spiraling into perfectionist tendencies, take a step back and ask, is this truly important? Will this matter in a week, a month, or a year? By reframing your perspective and focusing on the bigger picture, you can free yourself from the constraints of perfectionism and lead a more balanced and contented life. Outro. Reflecting upon the wisdom of the Stoic sages, it becomes evident that self-awareness and introspection are pivotal in nurturing a balanced and resilient life. As we've journeyed through these 7 anti-Stoic habits today, it's my hope that you've found insights to guide and refine your own path. Remember, Stoicism isn't about perfection, it's about progress and perspective. Take a moment to ask yourself, are you a victim of some of these habits? How can you course correct and improve? I encourage you to share your reflections and experiences in the comments below. Which of these habits resonated with you the most? Have you encountered other habits that challenge your Stoic journey? Let's create a space for vibrant discussion and mutual growth. Thank you for joining me, and until our next exploration, may you find serenity and strength in the Stoic way.